Hello and welcome to another vlog. Today you join me in the Golden Coast again. This is the second vlog I've done from Blackpool. I've had to come back and revisit it. The previous one I did was back in December. Yeah, and it wasn't the most successful of shoots. It was wet, horrible conditions, and yeah, just a bleak old December's day really. So I've returned in the summer to sort of see what I can get, see what sort of images Blackpool has to offer. I've seen a few vloggers around here. I just thought I'd jump on the bandwagon and see what we've got. Now when I decided to come here, which was last week, the next day I looked in the online, and there was an article about how the Pier had actually set fire, which is just that one there. So I'll send the drone up just to sort of see what damage has been done. It's quite substantial actually. Yeah, a lot more serious than I thought. So I'm going to stay around here today, certainly for this evening, and just sort of see what sunset shots I can get. Maybe sneak in some fish and chips, and yeah, do a little bit of photography and see what Blackpool actually has to offer as a photographer. It's not too far away from where I live, Blackpool, so it's probably about an hour's drive away. So yeah, let's just see what tonight brings. So one of the great attractions really to Blackpool is a pier, and we've got three of them in Blackpool. We've got the top one to my right, to your left, the central one, which is what I'm under now, and then we've got the south, yeah, the south one, which is right by the Pleasure Beach. So I'm currently stood under the central pier, which is the one that's actually caught fire. It is a little bit further back, so it is safe to stand here. And this is one of the attractions really, certainly as a photographer, to try and get some of the images along here and sort of see what you can get from the light through the structure, the base of the tower. And that's one of the things I want to focus on later on today. Just sort of see what I can get with the light coming through the structure of the tower, certainly the bases. They're all covered in barnacles, they're all covered in moss and you know, sort of growth from the sea really. So try and incorporate that, add a little bit of sea life, sort of a little bit of history, light and water as well. Now the high tide isn't going to be until about 11 o'clock tonight, so I'm not going to get that long exposure shot with that's normally under the piers, but I'll see what I can do. Hopefully get some light rays coming through. Yeah, just sort of see what it has to offer. Currently the conditions, the cloud cover is actually broken away. When we were on the way here, it was a lot more cloudy than it was. There's some cloud in the distance in the horizon. Whether that's going to affect the image, I don't know. But yeah, it's all about experimenting and sort of seeing what we can get and what we can find. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get some images from this. So the thing with Blackpool, I used to visit here as a child years and years ago, and we used to stay in a hotel further up the road. I think it's a Hilton hotel now. I used to stay there with my parents. They used to have a business which was closed over Christmas, so we just used to come away for a bit of a break, and this is the place we used to come to. So I've visited it a number of times. I know the area quite well, but through a photographer's eye, I've never really come here apart from last December. So it'll be quite interesting to sort of see what I can get from an artistic standpoint really, and just sort of see what images are available. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty, and if there is, I'm going to come back and certainly try this location a few more times. But yeah, just walking around here, it's just an amazing place to come to. You've got the sea air, you've got the fish and chips, you've got everything that's going on in the background, all the amusement arcades, etc., just filled with people. On the way here, the traffic jam actually getting out of Blackpool was amazing. It was just probably about 15 miles of traffic. Now, bearing in mind there'd been a crash on the M6 as well, but yeah, traffic was horrendous leaving Blackpool. It's been a lovely day, so presumably everyone's come down, certainly after the lockdown, everyone's sort of adventuring out a little bit further now, and yeah, Blackpool was one of the destinations. Yeah, interesting. God, I'm like a pack horse at the minute. I've got the drone on my shoulder, my camera bag on the back. Whew. Anyway, right, so I've just done a couple of shots of the Blackpool Tower, then there's just behind you guys there, and I'm just walking over towards North Pier now, just to see what I can get. Oh, these seagulls, so noisy. You're not realising I'm trying to do a vlog here. So yeah, going to head over to North Pier just to sort of see what I can get from that location. Not sure really. Hopefully the tide will come in a little bit more than it is doing for sunset, but I doubt it. But if not, I'll be able to work the location and sort of see, yeah, sort of work it around, just sort of see what I can get really. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking as I'm going along, that's why I'm a little bit, seem a little bit lost. So I've just sent Sarah off to get some fish and chips. So hopefully she's found somewhere, and we'll be able to get something to eat and a drink somewhere. So yeah, I'll carry on walking along the shore, going north to North Pier. Right, see you when I get there. So we're now fast approaching golden hour. The sun's just over in the distance, just over there, as you can probably tell by the light on my face. The clouds have sort of dispersed a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see what the light brings really with it, whether there be any actually colour in the sky, whether there be any drama. There's a big bank of cloud just came across before, which is just shown on the time lapse. But yeah, apart from that, it seems to have cleared up a little bit. Not ideal for photography, it's only for the type of image I'm looking for now. But yeah, I'll be able to play around with it somehow. Tide's also coming in a lot quicker than I envisaged earlier on, which is another bonus. So yeah, we'll see what this evening brings. So I've just had some delicious fish and chips and a can of Coke. Tell you what, talk about healthy living. Right, going to try and set up and take a few shots now. This is just going to be a case of gunning and dashing really over the next hour or so, certainly as we're just fast approaching the golden hour. So I'm taking a couple of images now just of the North Shore Pier, just as the sun's just dropping over towards the right hand side there. The light's just shining right on the pier, which is really, really nice, and also it's giving a bit of a glow to the waves as well as I'm taking the image. Taking a couple of shots just with a little bit of seaweed in the foreground interest, and obviously the reflections of the pier just as the tide's coming in. I'm going to head a little bit further back now, just over the last half an hour, just onto the wall, because I've got a feeling the tide's going to come round and I'm going to get cut off. Safety first and all that. Right, grab my gear, let's go. and that's one of the reasons why I'm heading back now. As you can tell by that water, it's flowing pretty fast, and yeah, it's about to cut me off. Lovely. Just look at that though in the distance, where the sun's setting over the pier. Absolutely glorious. So I'm just doing the last of a few images now, just as the sun's setting. It's gone really chilly, really windy now as well. The sun's just disappearing behind a big bank of cloud over in the distance. So I'm just doing a few long exposures now, just as the cloud sort of floating over the top of the pier. But yeah, from Blackpool, it's probably time to say goodbye. I've thoroughly enjoyed it here today. It's been slightly different to the last time I was here, and there's been no rain, but the weather conditions are still horrendous. So yeah, it's probably time to say goodbye. So best of luck to you all, see you soon, and yeah, take care, bye now.